Hey, this is CW, and I got this Barocook system to try out for camping, backpacking, emergency situations, who knows what. So this is a system where you just add water to the packet, put it in there, it boils the water, cooks your food up. This is the 40.5 ounce rectangular cooking system, and this is a 13.5 ounce tumbler top. So I thought I might try putting a piece of chicken in there and some dried vegetables that we dried up and see how that goes, see if it works to cook chicken and dried vegetables. And then I thought in the cup we will try to boil an egg and see how that works out, just to try these things out. So to use this barrel cooker, you take the lid off. It came with these 5 heating packs. 1, 2, 4, 5, 3, 4. 5 packs came with it. I really haven't checked out to see how much extra packs cost, but I'll be doing that shortly, I'm sure. So you can take off this sleeve, like insulated sleeve. Take out the stainless steel tray, that's what you put your food in, and this is the cooking water container. It has marks on the back of it here to show how much water to put in. You don't put in very much, because when it starts activating it says it might splash out and boil out. So this is the heating pack. There's directions on it, and I believe it has the lines here on the back of it, so you don't have to have a measuring cup because it says milliliters. I don't know, that's kind of European. Was this made in Europe or something? Made in Korea, so they use milliliters there evidently. I don't even know what a milliliter is. So first thing I guess I'm going to do is get one of these chicken breasts out. I'm going to put in some of these dried corn. I don't know, that dried corn didn't really look like it turned out correct. So we'll put a little bit of it in there and see what happens. And then I have some dried acorn squash, I think. So we'll just put in a few pieces of this dried acorn squash. And then we'll put in a chicken breast. I had some that are marinated. I'll just take one of them and put in there. Hopefully they're kind of small, so let's see if there's a smaller one. That's one, hopefully a little bit smaller. And then I don't know, maybe I'll put some water in there, just a little bit. Put a little water in there. And I might take out a little bit of that marinade juice. Get a little bit of this marinade juice and put it in there. I hope I didn't put too much water. Alright. So it says to put the pack in there and then put the water in. Is that right? 1, open barrel pack and put in plastic container. Then 3, add water. So we're just going to open that up. That little heating pack down in there. And it looks like you're supposed to be able to just tear the pouch across there. put some water in this pouch here, pour it in there and see if it comes up to that little line. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, it says super hot water or hot water. Alright, so I filled up water into the packet. I tore the packet there. So I'm just going to pour it in there. And sure enough, that's about right. Put that on there. Put the top on there. Where did I put that sleeve? Oh, there it is. And we'll put the sleeve on there. That scared me. It's pretty warm on the bottom right now. I don't know. Well, that water just barely got up to that line. I don't know if I might need to put just a little bit more water in there. Make sure it gets up to that line. Is this thing hot yet? It's not hot yet. Damn. It's steaming. Alright, now I think we've got it in there. Alright, I'm going to put a timer on for about, I guess maybe we'll check it again in about 15-20 minutes. I guess I'm going to set a timer for 20 minutes and see what happens. Timer. Alright, got my timer set on that. Put that sleeve on there. And now we'll try out the cup. See if we can boil an egg in there, see if it'll cook an egg. Oh wow, look at that cup, it's kind of cool. Two. I thought there were supposed to be 5 of these also. Oh man, only 2? Oh, there's some more. 4 or 5, there's 5 of them. This tumbler. 13-ounce tumbler. Put the packet in there. It's got a line for you right there. And I guess we put the packet in first, and the lid clamps on there tight like that, right? I want to try it out real quick and see if it's, see if this thing is watertight. Let's try that. Let me put some water in it. Poured a little water in there, clamp it down, got it all clamped down. Hey look, no water. Oh, look at that thing, it's just steaming up. No water leaking out, awesome. It is leak proof. Alright, so we're going to put an egg down inside there. Oh, I guess I could have put the egg in while the water was still in there, right? Yeah. Alright, so we put some water in there, filled up, covered up the egg. We'll take one of the heating packets. Oh yeah, this one's got the fill line too, I think, right here. much tight. Does this one have an instruction booklet that says? I would imagine you do the same thing. Oh, it says back here. 1, 2, put the round tip stick to press the heater pack to the bottom of the container. Alright, so let me use that spoon. Need something to push it down and set it down in the bottom, right? Could have made like a circular pack to go into a circular container, couldn't it? Get down there. Alright, we got them pushed down in there pretty good, I think. Now we're going to fill up some water into this container. Go to that line. See what happens. A little bit over the water line. That seems like a little too much, right? It says that's the water line. Oh shit, man. Alright. I'll clamp down. And set up. And so we'll check that at the same time we check the chicken and see how it's doing. Yo, that is hot. Mother effer, that's hot. You want to look down inside there? Let's see if we can get over here and look down inside. Yep, that sure was hot. Looks like it's doing something down in there. Alright, we'll come back in about 15 minutes. One observation. That steam smells weird coming out of there. It's got like that chemical smell from the packets, I suppose. I guess these things would be cool like in a survival situation, or like if you escaped from prison or something like that and you needed to cook out in the woods and you didn't really want to make a fire and have a bunch of smoke coming out so the authorities could see just a little bit of smoke coming out, and if you were in the forest or something cooking with these, well, that smoke would be dissipated by the time it got up to the top of the trees so the cops wouldn't be able to see it. Or I guess these Barocook would come in handy if you were in Antarctica and it was just all snow around and you didn't have any wood to make firewood. That would come in pretty handy. Alright, so we're using these inside and now the carbon monoxide detector is going off. I'm in the kitchen. The carbon monoxide detector is good 15 feet away on the ceiling close to the bedroom. So I don't know if this had anything to do with it, but it was sure strange that that thing started going off. Well, I was looking on the box and it says you can use it in a school or hotel, in national parks, small spaces, driving in the car. But I'm telling you, that smell coming out of the kitchen, when you're walking towards the kitchen, you can smell the chemical smell off of it. And then the smoke alarm, not the smoke alarm, the carbon dioxide alarm went off after a few minutes. Let's see, I think I've had them in there. It's been in there about 10 or 11 minutes. So that's something. Now it's going off again. We reset it. and turned on some fans, but now it went off again, so we'll come back in a few minutes.
Who was in that royally set that off?
Okay, so I'm back. The alarm went off. Well, it went off just a couple of minutes ago, so let's check and see the stuff. And the alarm is still going off, and it still smells like chemical up in here. Well, let's look inside there. It looks like it might be cooked. I'm going to cut into it and see. Corn and squash look kind of rehydrated. Yeah, they look kind of rehydrated. Let me pull out a few more of those squash ones. The corn is kind of look pretty sad. Taste it and see. They probably could use a little more time in there. Let's see, check out this chicken. Well, it would help to cut the chicken if I use the right side of the knife. Hey, look at that! The chicken is cooked all the way through. The chicken is cooked all the way through. The squash tastes pretty good.
Let's see this outside.
Squash could probably go for a little bit more. Sitting in that juice. But yeah, it cooked. It's probably not the best thing to be cooking inside with this. Let's try a piece of that chicken for me. Oh man, that's good stuff. I'm going to put the top back on it and let it sit for a little bit longer. I'm going to check and see. It's not, the top of it doesn't feel that hot anymore. The bottom of it is still kind of warm. Let's check out this egg. Let's check out and see. That's still pretty warm now. I don't know. I may leave that in for a few more minutes too, just to make sure. I'm going to set my timer for about 5 more minutes. Oh man, what did it do? Cancel that. Alright, we'll come back in about 5 minutes and check it out. Okay, it's been about 5 more minutes. I'm not going to check that just yet. I do want to check on this egg. It still feels pretty warm. That thing still feels pretty warm. So I'm going to dump this water out and put some cold water. I hope that's what I'm going to do. Alright, I dumped some of that water out, but then I didn't think that it's going to be hot to get that out of there. So I'm going to try to do that. Put some cold water in here. Alright, I put it in some cold water. We'll let that sit for a minute. That's about what's left in there.
Oh my gosh.
the carbon monoxide detector unplugged and wrapped up, and it's still making noise on the couch. Alright, let's see if this egg got boiled up. It looks alright. Looks like it did, huh? I know I didn't let it sit in the cold water long enough because I just wanted to check and see if it was boiled. So now I'm having a hard time peeling it. God dang. Never had such a hard time peeling a boiled egg. It's because I'm trying to do a demonstration. Good God. Pepper.
For the record, it's not just the carbon monoxide detector, it's also to get natural gas.
Ah. God dang it. Well, you destroyed this effing egg. Well, you're going to have to boil another egg for your tuna fish because I just totally destroyed this one. So anyway, alright, I'm through with this demo. It did it.